Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the Arctic North. It is incredibly cold here. We are in Chicago, Illinois. I arrived at my mother's home last night. I'll be staying there for a few days before the Trans World event. But I figured I'd drive into Chicago today to check out a really cool attraction. And here we stand in front of it. What was known in my childhood as the Sears Tower, now known by some as the Willis Tower. We are in front of one of the tallest buildings in the United States of America. Yeah, still very hard for me to call it the Willis Tower growing up in the Chicago-Atlanta area and being proud that we had one of the tallest buildings in the country, which actually by some metrics, it still is the tallest building in the United States, depending on the criteria you use. The World Trade Center, the new World Trade Center in New York, is believed by some to be the taller of the two, but it depends on what you count as the building. Apparently they count the spire on top of the World Trade Center building, but here at the Willis/Sears Tower, it is the tallest, I think it's the tallest place where there's like a normal standing public area. So as a connoisseur of fine buildings, if you want to stand as high as you can get in a building, it is right here at the Willis/Sears Tower. But years ago, they added a new addition to the tower when they created the ledge. Little glass boxes that hung out the window of the tower. You can see the ledge boxes up there on top with little tiny people in them. So they jut out right out of the side of the building. So they refer to the lookout there as the Skydeck. And I actually, in the very, very early days of this channel, visited here, went up onto the Skydeck. But apparently they have completely renovated the experience and just recently reopened it, and lots of new things added, and I'm really excited to check out what they are. So let's head inside this big tower. Hopefully it's warm in there. We have the rotating door here. Here we are. Have a little food court inside of the lobby. It's a little sushi stand. Oddly enough, to get to the Skydeck, we actually have to head downstairs.
At some point, you're gonna need more.
So first we travel through an exhibit on Chicago. You can see the Chicago flag there. Also, you may notice this as the design on CM Punk's wrestling tights. Some highlights and lowlights here for Chicago. Apparently it started out as Fort Dearborn in 1803 as an army base. In 1871 they had the devastating Chicago fire that leveled almost the entire city. And then we have both the World's Columbian Exposition in 1893 and the Century of Progress in 1933. Two World's Fairs happened in Chicago. Oh, and look at this. We are heading into Miss O'Leary's barn. Of course, the legend of the Chicago fire always that Miss Leary's cow kicked over a lantern which started the blaze that burned down the entire city. Now, I've heard some say that there's no truth to this legend, and that it was just a creative way to blame the Irish for the fire. Otherwise, that would be one bad cow. Here's an exhibit on Chicago architecture. We have some of the old school buildings here, the Rookery building, and then actually put down here the materials it was made of. You can feel the brick and the rebar there. There is the Sullivan Center. Some of the glass used in the Sullivan Center, as well as some of this ornamental tiling. And here we have the tunnel that was built in order to reverse the flow of the Chicago River so that sewage didn't spill directly into Lake Michigan. Here are some more Chicago architecture. I think some more modern buildings. The Lake Point Tower, Lakeshore Drive Apartments, and then this one is, I am absolutely obsessed with, Marina City. I love the design here. This was actually featured on the cover of a Wilco album, a Chicago-based band. And yeah, you can see all those little divots. These are all little porches where the apartments are, and at the bottom they have a parking area, and it's also called Marina City because they actually can launch boats from the bottom too. There's a marina at the bottom. Here we can actually look into a miniature version of the apartments there. You can see where they can go out onto their porch, living room there, kitchen. I think one of my dreams would be to live in the Marina City. And of course we have a whole room dedicated to the Willis Tower, the building we're currently in. You can see the replica there, the big tall glowing version of the Willis Tower. It says it was completed in 1973. Get a really close look up and personal here. You can see the towers there. Now I remember watching a video on this, and they said that the design was actually inspired by a pack of cigarettes. The packs where the cigarettes would come out from the hole and they'd come up all at different lengths, and that inspired the Willis Tower. Very interesting inspiration for such a magnificent building. Now they have a wind sway here, and you do hear about that skyscrapers are meant to move, blow with the wind, but it's kind of crazy when you think about it. It typically sways 6 inches, so about half a foot. However, it can swing as much as 3 feet. The building can sway up to 3 feet. That's kind of horrifying when you think about it. That's floor space equal to 101 football fields. It weighs as much as 1,348 blue whales, and then the height is 1,450 feet, which is 223 Michael Jordans. And of course, in Chicago, all height is measured in Michael Jordans. We have entered a selfie zone. You can actually take a selfie of yourself standing on top of the tower here, next to the trademark antennas. Look at that. Look at the view around the top of the tower. Whoa, whoa, it sure is windy up here on top of the Sears Tower where I'm standing. Better hold on tight to these television prongs. Unfortunately, almost every bolt of lightning in Chicago hits these, so hopefully we're not looking at a rainstorm here. Just dancing here on top of the good old Willis Tower, or Sears Tower, whatever you want to call it. Time to board the L train here. Oh, you can see these fancy futuristic lights, almost like the L train would look at the world of Tron. What's going on out the window? Oh, looks like they're having a pride parade. Oh, and there we are in Chinatown. Oh, the big dragon there.
Wrigleyville.
Oh, Wrigleyville. That's where they play baseball, I think. You can see the skyline of Chicago there on the Magnificent Mile. All right, time to disembark the L train and head over to Taste of Chicago. Oh, there's the Chicago menu there. You have your deep dish pizza, big pile of cheese with the sauce on top. One of my beloved Chicago style hot dogs. Now, my family is not Italian, but growing up in the Chicagoland area, kind of a family staple has been the Italian beef sandwich. Oh, look at that. A giant deep dish pizza there. Finally my chance to sit on a giant deep dish pizza. There's a giant Chicago hot dog. It says no ketchup, only mustard. And then you have, yeah, the bright green relish, celery salt, sports peppers, dill pickles, onions, and tomatoes. Then we have the Second City. This is a comedy club in Chicago known as the home of improv comedy. Some of the real famous comics first appeared there, including Stephen Colbert and Amy Poehler. All right, so we're allowed to come up onto the stage and do a little improv of our own. Okay, so not necessarily great at improv comedy. I mostly, oh, people are laughing. So again, not very good at improv comedy. So if you just give me a few moments to try to think of a joke here, because I'm coming up blank here. I mostly just point my camera at things and just say the first thing that comes to my mind. That's all my comedic stylings right there. What's with this creepy glowing red light? All right, this room here has some giant photo ops pertaining to Chicago. You see the big Chicago postcard there. Let's see what we have. We have the lions from outside the art museum. You have, these were actually being cleaned last time I went by to show them. They were taken down and being refurbished. Then here on the H, we have the Skydeck, which we are going to experience here momentarily. The Chicago hot dog right there. We got the L train and the Ferris wheel at Navy Pier. Yeah, this makes visiting Chicago even easier. We don't have to go out and brave the cold and walk around the city. We just have the indoor versions right here. Look at me! I'm at the Bean. Look at me. I won the World Series at some point, I think. There's different murals in Chicago that you can visit. I like this one here, this strange looking bear eating a piece of pizza. Apparently this here was built by Picasso, with this projection of a map of Chicago on the wall. You can see where the tower sticks out right there. It's okay, connected and always on the move. Oh, it's kind of like a projection map. So that look at the L train flying to space. That's crazy. So let's say Merchandise Mart in that area. Oh, there's Marina City. Yeah, showing us some of the landmarks, other landmarks here in Chicago. And I do believe it is about time to head up to the Skydeck. All right, here is the elevator. It's going to take us up to the tippy top of the building. All right, we're alone in the elevator here.
Welcome to the Skydeck.
Okay.
You're on your way to the top
Showing
of the
us what
tallest building in the
floor.
Western Hemisphere.
We're currently on the Sphinx of
You
Giza,
can watch as we pass
showing
by
us
some
the
of
height
tallest buildings, monuments, and
of
structures in the world.
the different
You're riding up this
buildings.
1,450-foot modern marvel.
Okay, we're at the Statue of Liberty height.
4 elevator cars. Your trip to the Skydeck will only take about a minute.
St. Joseph's
That means your
Oratory.
elevator is traveling at a speed of more than 24 feet per second. The tower opened its doors in
Pyramid.
1973.
Oh, we're at the heights of the Space Needle. We're blowing past. Oh, blowing past the Gateway Arch. Blowing past all these different iconic buildings.
850 feet.
Oh, my ears just popped. We're blasting up in this elevator.
Japan's Tall Tower.
Oh, just past Eiffel Tower
The
height.
Bank of China Tower in Hong Kong.
The Bank of China Tower.
1,250
What
feet
floor are
from
we
the
on?
Empire State Building in New York.
499, 400.
And now we're here, 103 stories up.
Oh, there we
Welcome
are.
to the top.
And holy crap, look at that view. That is a magnificent view here. You can see a very snowy view. Everything looks white and icy. So we look out on the on Lake Michigan there. And so I think that's like a sheen of ice as well. Yeah, just take this in. Wow. some of the other giant buildings in Chicago, but we are the giantest currently. See the John Hancock building back there in the back, another massively tall building. Look down there and see the Field Museum, one of my personal favorite museums. Yeah, absolute craziness. Yeah, just look, all those buildings there on that icy lakefront. We have some souvenirs over here, a little pewter version of Chicago, or you can take a little tiny version of the bean home with you. So the t-shirt there has a little Willis Tower character on it. And then they have a piece of pizza doing a move on a skateboard. But actually that doesn't look like a Chicago slice of pizza. That looks more like a New York slice. See these blue footprints here looking out the window. And this explains that you're standing where Ferris, Cameron, and Sloane were iconically filmed in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Now it's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but apparently there was a scene where they were all standing here. And this is Ferris's view. I guess when Ferris Bueller went up to the top of the Sears Tower, he enjoyed this particular view. And what a view it is. Look just how expansive and far, and just you can see civilization just vanishing off into the distance. Yeah, according to this sign here, if you look off that way, you can actually see Wisconsin from here. Time to check out the ledge. So we're standing in this glass box over the city, and it says 1.5 inches between you and the city. So you can actually feel the glass there that holds you up. Yeah, it's not very thick. Feels strong, but not very thick. It did break. These did break at one point. I remember that happening. But they didn't break all the way. I think they just cracked. All right, and here we go. You can see people there hanging above the city of Chicago. We're gonna take our own steps out here. There's literally buildings below my feet. There's like a semi truck traveling right under my foot there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you can almost feel it crackle when you walk on it. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Look at that. Yeah, people just sitting down, hanging out in a box above the streets of Chicago. This is pretty unnerving. So yeah, I don't know if you could fully appreciate and see, but I'm hanging off the side of the building. You can see that there. This area is the side of the building. And below me is Chicago. You can see the top of the building that way. And just, it really is pretty terrifying here. Oh my gosh, look. I can't believe how this is so terrifying. I'm actually starting to get the shakes. So you look down there, all the way to the bottom. I would die if this broke. Oh my goodness. Yes, this is exhilarating experience. You can see all the other guests there enjoying their time in the ledge boxes. Oh my gosh. It's cold and icy because you can feel the iciness of the ledge here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is it's a very beautiful but intense experience. I don't know. I do have a slight fear of heights, but as you can see, oh my gosh, this is really fun. It's really fun. Terrifying, but definitely fun. Yeah, over there, straight ahead, you can see Indiana. I don't know if you can make it out in the video, but you can see little steel mills all along the coast there in Indiana. All right, time to head back down to planet Earth.
Thanks for visiting the Skydeck. We hope you enjoyed your time at the top and the best view of Chicago and beyond. The 1,450-foot tower has been a Chicago landmark and an American icon since it was completed in 1973. There's always more to learn about its remarkable story. Complete your Skydeck experience by exploring Catalog at Willis Tower, an evolving 5-level urban destination featuring dining, specialty retail, and entertainment. If you have any questions, be sure to ask one of our friendly Skydeck.
And we exit here through the gift shop. You can grab a bobblehead of Al Capone there on your way out. Actually have some Willis Tower suckers if in case you ever wanted to have a chance to suck on the Sears Tower. One thing I am missing though, they don't have anymore. They used to sell plushies of the tower. Doesn't seem like that's on the shelves currently. And check out this, right next to the Skydeck entrance is Color Factory. This is a pop-up immersive exhibit, and I figure since we're here in the tower, we might as well check it out. All right, as we enter the Color Factory here, you can see the ceiling covered in these colorful hanging cloths. You can see the map here. See the bean reflections are 0.9 miles that way. There's Wigs, 3.3 miles. I guess maybe the Wig Sphere. No, Wig Sphere is much further than that. Deep dish pizza, St. Patrick's Day River. Yeah, they dye the river green for St. Patrick's Day. And there's an abandoned bike a mile from here as well. This colorful wall right here, there's different holes that you can peek in. Let's see what do you see? Okay, that's the Shedd Aquarium. That's how I used to grow up, going there and seeing the fish and dolphins. Let's see what's in some of these other holes. I guess these are things, the Chicago Avenue murals. See, I guess all things from Chicago as we peer through the holes. MCA Chicago. All right, I guess we enter through this giant rainbow keyhole here. Hello. We have this rotating conveyor belt of macarons. He said we can help ourselves to a macaron. Let's go with this one. Here's the flavors there. Oh, black currant? I thought that was illegal in the United States, but I grabbed the raspberry macaron. All right, tried the raspberry macaron there. Very tasty. So I guess this is our photo pass. We can pose for different photo ops. There's a QR code on the back, and it'll send any photos taken here directly to my email. So here we have our photo op here, and we scan our smiley face here, and then I guess we get in place. Next up is the perspective party. This is like a mirror maze like attraction here. All these weird shapes. See these little cubbies there in the wall as we maneuver our way through the maze. Hello there. Oh, as we walk into this section, you look, you can see 8 million different carpetbaggers out there in the world of the mirrors. You can see, go back to back with myself there. Ooh, weird. All right, found another photo op station. We'll scan it there. Yeah, this whole area here is very, very weird and disorientating. This is actually a unique spin on the mirror maze. Mostly they're just mirrors. This is mirrors and weird shapes. I think we found our escape here. What is this? Okay, walking through a sea of horns here. Are they gonna blast me? Oh, well, there they go. Oh. Okay, this is kind of fun. All right, next up we're heading into Flavorama. We've been given 4 packets of Pop Rocks and a Viewmaster. So we're gonna take this here into the next room.
That's right. Good luck.
Thank you. All right. So, gonna find us a seat here. This is very, very, very interesting. Not experienced anything quite like this. Let's take a seat here, the green seat. Okay, so we look through the Viewmaster here, and we look at different slides with different colors on them, and then we taste. These are bags of Pop Rocks. We taste it, then we put a mark on what color we think that we're tasting. I think that tastes pink, so I'm gonna mark pink there. All right, so I said number 1 was pink, but it's actually banana, so I was way off on that. To this room here with floating balloons. At the bottom of each balloon there's a poem written by a Chicago student. And wow, yeah. See the divided by color here, the blue balloon, the green balloons. And I guess we can swipe our cards and make some selfies. What do we have in here? Oh, some Christmas trees. It looks like there's confetti all over the place. Here is a ski lift photo op. Get to scan there. We got the Chicago flag here on the wall, and yeah, there is a trickle of confetti, not a heavy confetti snow, very light. Oh, there's some. Here we go, a little more confetti. It's kind of a light dusting of confetti coming down. All right, next room, we have color scopes. So they're like horoscopes, but with colors. And so I was born in October. I was born on the 26th, which is the color Berry Good. Looks like you can take these with you, but looks like my birthday is popular. A lot of people share my birthday. I know Hillary Clinton does. So maybe Hillary Clinton came by and took all these. It says, "I'm powerful, alluring, and intense, fluent and articulate. You're a great speaker and leader of rights. Not afraid to stand up to the plate." This is very complimentary. All right, so been teamed up with a partner. Okay, we gotta find a color to sit at. Let's go with purple. And this gentleman's gonna sit across from me. Gonna put the headphones on. Put headphones on here. And push the button here. Alright, so I'm looking at the person across from me. You can look at them right there. So I gotta color these squares where we see the colors in the partner. He's wearing blue overalls there, so we're gonna color this in blue. Then he's got that brown hat there. Okay, so in the second column we've got to guess their favorite color and the color of their current mood. So favorite color, probably the same as his outfit there. And then mood, I don't know, let's see. He seems fairly happy. Let's go there. All right, gotta look at our partner. And then we have to try to draw a partner here. Okay, so I'm supposed to do it without looking, I think. So, all right. Okay, we can't look, but we gotta draw without lifting our pencil up. Okay, so this is the blind contour drawing. I'm not sure why I didn't give him any facial features. Oh, we exchange portraits. Oh, there we go. There's me. All right, we gotta pick a compliment here. This one says, "You're friggin' amazing." I will slide that. Let's see. 5 gold stars to you. All right. So he saw, looking at me, my red shirt and my camera. He's guessing that my favorite color is red, probably because I was wearing a red shirt, and that I was happy. I'm fairly happy, and that's very interesting. The drawing of me. I actually can kind of make myself out there. Okay, so we're heading into the gradient remix. Immerse yourself in the phenomenon of live color mixing. So they've created a series of chambers that uses light and mirrors to showcase color blending. So heading into the mix here. All right, heading into this purpley room. Oh yeah, you can see the colors kind of slowly morph as you walk through these rooms here. Hello, everybody. From blue to green. Well, that's interesting. Look at my face. It's green, but the back wall there is kind of a purpleness to it. Next, heading into the night woods. That sounds spooky. Oh, okay. All right, so I guess we head into the night woods here through these different ribbons. Let the ribbons flow around our body as we walk through this woods of ribbons. Oh, look at all these ribbons here. Lost in the night woods here. Let's see if we can find our way out of the night woods. Oh, it's a little brighter over here. I think we're out. Oh boy, look at this. We have ourselves a ball pit. That's awesome. All right, and into the balls. Woohoo! Ouch. Woohoo! Woohoo! Man, tell you what, during the pandemic, there's nothing I missed more than ball pits. Woo! Oh, trust fall into the balls. Oh no, now they're consuming me. All right, going down the tube here. And it's my prize for completing the ball pit. You get a Chicago pen. Look at that. They also gave me this little tiny ice cream cone. Almost has like a bubblegum flavor to it. Now we have this scent area where we smell these holes full of smells. They're supposed to match up the smells and the colors. This one says, "You're so corny." I'm thinking it might be corn. It smells like popcorn. Maybe a little burnt. So yeah, the color is a hint, and then they have the other hints here, like unpickled pickle, cool as a, I'm guessing it is a cucumber. Yeah, it's definitely a cucumber. This red one here says, "Extra cheese, please." I think that's pizza. We have new car smell. Yeah, that is a new car smell. I don't particularly like new car smell. A lot of people love it. I like I like a car smelling like it's been lived in. So the Skydeck and the Color Factory. Who knew you could have so much fun inside of a skyscraper? Thank you guys for coming along with me today to check out these interesting attractions within the Willis Tower / Sears Tower. I think it's okay to call it the Sears Tower if that's what you grew up calling it. It's so hard for me to say Willis Tower, but I understand some people have only known it as the Willis Tower. But again, thanks for coming with me. I appreciate all the support. I will probably be around this area tomorrow, hoping to come up with something to film for tomorrow. If you guys like this video, please subscribe. It'll let you know when new videos come out. Of course, right now I'm trying to put out videos about every day. I do take some days off here and there because I do need to rest, but I'm trying to crank those videos out for you guys. And if you'd like to support the channel, consider donating to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop, including the Kauai Carpetbagger Fiji Merman pin. And all that helps keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this tower high in the air. Till next time, my friends, this one's in the bag. Oh yeah, in case anyone was curious, to park here next to the tower cost me $58.